Welcome back to another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast. I'm here with Charlie. Charlie, how you doing?
Miles, you're wrong. I'm here with you.
Okay. We're here together.
Stalley Cats, ladies and gentlemen. Nice, beautiful establishment here in West Allis. You know,
what is it? You know what I like, Charlie? I got a little spring fever going on. The doors are open. The natural air is coming through the place. It's a beautiful day out.
Miles, how dare I sit next to you with that spring fever? You
have to watch out.
Yeah, I
might start humping your leg or something.
I mean, I was going to take it to that level, but I've seen you. I've seen you watch enough dogs, and after a while, they behave. Oh, I'm about to have a little old fashioned here.
Look at that. Nice. Well, Charlie.
Tasty. Yeah, Miles.
I was actually thinking today about
you. No, you don't say.
I was thinking today. Wow, Charlie is cheap.
Really? That's just what you thought of today.
Yeah, I mean those Midwest cheap videos that you did. I think it was just you. It was an autobiography.
Okay, I'm not cheap. I am Midwest cheap, and there is a difference. There's a difference.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is even a guy like you who's Midwest cheap, there's stuff that even you wouldn't cheap out on. And I'm wondering what a guy like you wouldn't cheap out on.
Interesting question, Miles. Very interesting question. There are a few things that I don't cheap out on. One of them, binoculars.
Okay, smart.
I have a really good set of binoculars that now I got a deal on them. I got them with a coupon. Okay, but
there's the Midwest cheap.
Yeah,
I like that.
I waited for the right time to buy them, but these are some nice binocs. I will say other things that I would recommend not cheaping out on if you can afford it. Anything that keeps you from the ground.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say a mattress.
Yeah, you talk to any of the people who know what they're talking about. You want longevity. You want to be able to hunt and fish long into the golden years.
Yes.
So a nice mattress, nice pair of shoes.
Yep. Anything that goes between you and the ground, right?
Anything. Even if you're getting yourself a bicycle. Now, I used to be a bike mechanic, and I would take any frame that they had and just add onto it. And then I had frames that were too short for me or too big for me. Not good on the knees. No. So
make sure you got good tires on your car, too.
Yeah.
Between you and the ground.
The tires are the thing on your car that make contact with the road.
Yeah.
Fish said that once. I'm not really a Fish song. That's one of the one songs I remember. The tires are the things on your car that make contact with the road. They were high, Miles. Anyways, that's kind of where I go. Now, is there anything that you kind of like? Because, Miles, you're kind of you're, for the most part, I feel like me, but you kind of have a few things.
Well, one for me right off the bat is toilet paper.
Oh, you're a fancy toilet paper.
I'm not going to lie. I will splurge and get the nice toilet paper.
What is even the nice toilet paper?
24 ply, something like that. I don't know.
I got to be honest with you. I don't pay any attention. I'll wipe with whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just basically the softer, the better for me.
Yeah.
Do you have especially when you're in there 3, 4, 5 times a day?
Are you really?
And you're rubbing and grinding down there trying to get her clean. It's that the single ply adds up after a while.
Are you in there that many times?
No.
I mean, you are looking really slender these days.
Yeah, I basically
you've cut a lot of weight.
The way that I've lost weight is just take laxatives.
Just crapping.
Yep.
Good for you, man.
You pop some food in your mouth. Pop a laxative.
There you go.
Yep.
I
got a full cabinet of Turbo Lax at my house.
That's
for fast, effective relief.
Not medical advice, ladies and gentlemen. Anything Miles says.
Is there anyone who says that I've been taking Ozempic? No, it's been Turbo Lax.
I feel like everyone's on the Ozempic train these days, and a controversial subject.
You know what's funny? People are like, hey, how'd you lose some weight? And every time I tell them that it's just working out and not eating bad,
yeah,
they're disappointed. They want me to have this special formula. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just actually how, but people don't want to hear that.
Just hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Oh, wow. Did you guys hear that? Miles, sounds like something you learned in college.
Yeah. Yeah.
Football. You know, D3, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool. That's we put that on a t-shirt. Cross that off the bingo card. Can't believe I said that already.
That wasn't even like a good one.
No,
wasted it on.
I see. I was being lazy. I was being a lazy host right now.
Yeah.
I need to find the talent.
Dial in here, Charlie.
Yeah. All right. Let's get dialed in. Let's get dialed up.
Yeah, dial up.
Let's get dialed up.
Put that on a t-shirt.
There you go. I knew we'd find it. All right. Let's take some callers.
Welcome to the Bellied Up Podcast. Who we talking to today?
Hey, you got Greg on the line.
Greg.
Hi, Greg. How you doing?
Hey, doing well, guys. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Why don't you belly up to the bar with us? Tell us what's on your mind, Greg.
Hey, so I got need some advice here. So I'm the primary cook for my wife and I. And one thing that we've been trying to figure out is how to get her to eat more vegetables. She's not a big fan. So what she does, she usually likes green beans and corn, usually. But I want to find maybe some good Midwest dishes to incorporate some, try to disguise other vegetables in.
Okay. Now,
well, usually when we get this question, Charlie, which we get this question a lot about vegetables, it's usually for children. You know, how do I get my 8-year-old to eat more vegetables? Sounds like this is a grown adult, and I'm in uncharted waters here.
Well, Miles, here's the truth of it. I think that children are just more honest. Okay. I think there are a lot of adults out there that are not veggie intakers. You know?
That makes sense.
Greg, you know a lot of adults. Do you know any other adults aside for your wife that aren't into the veggies?
I know plenty of them, especially my closer friend group. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I have no idea how to figure it out because we do eat out a fair amount and just want to cut back so we don't die early, you know?
Yeah. No, it's good. That's good. Now, does she not like cooked veggies? Does she not like salads? Like what is she sort of, we just got to get, does she only does the corn and the whatever?
I mean, yeah, usually, big fan of like Caesar salads and stuff too. But she will absolutely scoff at you if you put a broccoli in front of her.
Oh, okay. You know what? I figured it out as soon as he said Caesar salad, Miles. She's just got to put ranch on it.
Okay.
Whatever the vegetable, just add ranch. The worse the vegetable, the more ranch you add, and she'll be fine.
Yeah, it needs to just treat the broccoli like it's a dip cone from Dairy Queen.
Exactly.
Just put it in all the way, then pull it out, and it should be completely coated in ranch.
Yeah, and you just make sure she knows, Greg, that she's just been doing it wrong this whole time. Not her fault. It happens to a lot of grown-ass adults. They're just not putting enough ranch on their veggies.
Yeah, and I think another good way to do it is if she's a good Midwestern gal, just start eating vegetables with alcohol.
That's true. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
That's how I get my greens.
Yeah, you start pickling them, you know. That's a great idea.
Basically, if you can find a way to make vegetables not taste anything like vegetables, I think that's your ticket.
That is. I mean, look at what they've, a lot of people have kind of said this. So this isn't anything special, but you look at the rebranding for cauliflower over the past few years. Some comedians got a bit on it. I forget who. I'm not trying to steal it, but cauliflower has been completely rebranded, and they fry it now in like bacon fat and stuff. Same with the Brussels sprout. Are you kidding me? If you can make cauliflowers and Brussels sprouts good, by oh me, you're good on some. So I think that's your sort of gateway. You do have to remember when you're cooking the vegetables, you're losing a lot of the nutritional value. At least I think
Yeah, I've heard that before too.
It's probably false though, right?
Yeah, just remember cooking them loses the nutritional value. Adding alcohol to them enhances the nutritional value.
Oh,
That's what
I've heard
been
that.
told.
The booze really brings out the vitamin C.
Booze brings it out, is what I've heard. Greg, what do you think? Do you think any of those options could be possible?
I'd say that's a lot of good ideas for sure. I kind of thought of something else though. Like, what do you consider the Midwest food pyramid? Like, do you consider like cheese, beer, whatever else you could figure out?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Need some more dish ideas to cook up.
All right, Charlie.
Yep.
What is the Midwest food pyramid? Let's start at the bottom. What's the biggest section on the bottom?
Grains, which is beer.
Beer. Yep.
Gotta have the beers. That's your carbo cram. That's sort of the centerpiece of the diet right there. Occasional, occasional rye bread at the fish fry.
Yep.
The breading on the walleye.
Well, that's the next tier up, I think, Charlie.
What's
next
that?
tier up is just all fried foods.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
pickles, fish, French.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we go, I like this. So we got the beer on the bottom. Then we go fried foods.
Yep.
Up above that, we got our pickled foods.
Yep.
Okay, and that's where a lot of the veggies can come in. Now, if you don't like a particular veggie, you try it pickled first before you say you don't like that veggie. Have you ever had pickled asparagus?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Charlie.
I mean, your pee is smelling for days with that.
Greg likes that one.
Greg, isn't that good? See, has your wife had pickled asparagus yet?
I don't believe she has.
Okay.
I may have to put some in front of her, though. I've always been a big fan of, basic pickles, especially when, anyone in your close family makes them, especially in the coffee pot. Like, in an old coffee pot, you put some of the vinegar, some onions, some other stuff in there. That always hits the spot with me for sure.
Yeah, you can even pickle northern, too. And that way you don't have to cut out the Y bones. So it just the pickling dissolves the bones. So keep that in mind. Have you ever had freshwater ceviche, Miles?
I haven't. No.
Come on over to my house after. We'll have it. All right.
Okay. Yes, I finally got an invite to Charlie's house.
Yeah, I mean,
104 episodes.
I think it's about that time, Miles.
Nice.
I think it's about that time.
All right, Charlie, what's the top of the pyramid? What should you be eating least?
Hang on, we're still on the pickles. So pickled, and then that's a split section. It's pickles and meats, okay? A lot of jerkies in there, a lot of dried meats, all right?
Smoked meats,
non-smoked meats.
Grilled meats.
Up above that, you've got your, your liquors. You shouldn't be going too crazy on the liquors. Not too crazy, okay, but just one every now and again.
Well, I would say if it's a Saturday night and you're at the bar, just go ahead and jumble that pyramid.
Those are cheat days. Then you turn the pyramid upside down.
Yep.
Okay.
100%. Well, where does cheese fall in?
Cheese? We haven't put cheese in here yet?
I don't think so.
Start the pyramid over, ladies and gentlemen. Start the pyramid over.
I suppose it goes in the fried section, too. You got cheese curds.
Well, but not all cheese curds are fried, Miles. We got to have the squeaky cheese curds in, and we can't be putting them at the top. I'm worried about people's health.
Now I know how the CDC feels when they come up with all these regulations. They always got to start over when someone throws something else out.
Yeah, and I do know what's
at the
FDA, CDC. We really should be hosting a podcast. The more we talk, the more I think that's true. A few years ago,
the CDC did the same shit. They had to start over constantly. So
yeah.
First, don't touch anything. Then wear a mask. It was a whole thing. So I wasn't completely wrong.
Miles, you should know. Miles, you should definitely know you're a nutrition scientist, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, but this is not exactly what they teach you in school. We're starting from ground zero here and working our way up.
And at the tippity top of the food pyramid, I think we put salad.
Yeah, I was going to say salad.
And that can be...
and that's why we're finding Greg's wife doesn't exactly love it, because it's the thing she should be eating least anyways.
That's true. Greg, I think you called in to ask for advice about your wife, and we are seeking the same advice your wife is in need of. So... This was a big old waste of time for you, Greg. I did have.
I might have said this on this podcast, but when I'm an exercise scientist, so when I
have you said that before?
No, this story. So when I was in college, I had a nutrition class.
Yeah,
and the lady who taught it was 100 pounds overweight, which was ironic in itself. And she told us, no matter what, and this is advice for you, Greg, and your wife. It doesn't matter how you consume vegetables. You just got to get them in. And she told us she will chop up spinach and put it in her brownies.
That's not a bad idea, because I've put other green things in brownies, and it turns out fantastic.
I think all the sugar with the brownies kind of cancels out all the good eating with it.
Well, I tell you, Miles, you have got to try my brownies.
And she was from the 60s. She was born in the 60s. So I was wondering if it was even spinach she was putting in those brownies, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, I see how it is. I'll tell you, here's some.
Just the devil's lettuce has got to be a vegetable, right?
It is a vegetable. Yeah. Just because the devil made it don't mean it ain't green.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, folks, that's a misnomer. The devil didn't make that lettuce, okay? Hardworking farmers did. You support them, okay? Anyways, I think we got something good in there.
I think we did too.
Yeah.
We'll just do like an offshoot. Here we go.
Yeah.
You encase the pyramid with cheese.
That's it. The pyramid's got to be surrounded by something. Cheese is just like water. You got to consume 8 cups a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes pyramid, water goes around it, and then cheese outside of water, because that's what you should be consuming the most.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And we should probably put some sort of people are gonna have to
Turbolax.
Let's make sure there's some Turbolax in that food pyramid too. Also some Tums, given
like,
the fried
food. A pickleback, right?
Pickleback.
Just do Turboback.
Turboback. There you go.
Or no, Laxback.
Yeah. Yep.
The patrons of the bar seem to not have liked the Laxback.
Nope, they are just looking the other way.
I saw a crinkled nose and a frown.
Yeah.
So we're going to still workshop it, but if you're eating that much cheese, it's got to come out somehow, Charlie.
It's we're just doing math here. And this, folks, this is coming from a registered exercise scientist.
Yeah, that's what they call me. RES.
RES.
Registered exercise. Yeah.
And
RES.
And if you try this and you find out your health is not improving, and in fact it's disproving.
Well, we never said this was going to improve your health.
Oh yeah, we should make it clear that this is not going to improve your health.
This in fact will not improve your health, but it's the way we live.
It's
here
more
in the Midwest,
fun,
Charlie.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah. Hey, which pyramid you want to do? You want to do one that makes you live a long life, but you're miserable, or you want to live a short life and have some fun?
And then
pick our pyramid.
There you go.
What do you think, Greg?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I would like to add the addition of anything like cheesy potatoes, or I know people call them funeral potatoes wherever you're at in the Midwest. That would absolutely have to be in the pyramid somewhere.
Yeah, it's in the cheese section, I think.
Yeah, or the salad.
Are you talking with cornflakes on the top?
Oh yeah, cornflakes, breadcrumbs. Yeah, and I'm thinking usually I like cream of chicken soup. That's always that's always what's added in it too. But that's just how my mom makes it, and it is absolutely heavenly. And I know Charlie and Miles, your moms have probably made it too at some point.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Got to rival my mom's cheesy potatoes.
Well, hey, Greg, you tell your mom we want to try her cheesy potatoes. All right. So if she could send us some, that would be great. That should keep, right, Miles?
Yep.
Yeah, just put some cold beer in the box with it. That'll keep it for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for calling in, Greg. We're happy that we could help you introduce some more nutrition into your family's diet.
Hey, honey, we're eating healthy tonight. I made us some Bloody Marys. Eat your celery right up, honey.
There you go. There's nothing tastier than the celery in your Bloody Mary. Nothing tastier. Plus, people can't give you crap about drinking it at 10 a.m. You just say, "Hey, I'm having
get my greens."
Yep, having a balanced diet. So, yeah. Well, another satisfied customer here on the Bellied Up podcast. I won't let Greg add anymore in case he's not. Oh, hey, Greg, guess what I'm doing right now? Eating myself a cherry in the garnish of my old fashioned.
Getting his fruits in. Good antioxidants in that.
Tasty.
Excellent.
Happy to live a healthy life here. Well, Greg, you make sure you tell your wife we says hi, okay?
All right, I'll tell her for sure.
All right.
Real good.
Tell your folks I says hi as well.
Will do, Greg. Have a good rest of your day, my guy.
What a good guy Greg is.
He is a good guy, yeah. I mean,
I'm going to be honest. This is a phase where they're talking about how they got to get more vegetables in. They're not going to do that, I don't think.
Well, I mean, if they follow our advice, they will.
Yeah, they can get them in, yeah.
Yeah.
Pickled, what was it? Pickled stuff.
Yeah.
Mix it with alcohol.
Yeah.
And douse it in ranch. That's how you eat healthy.
That's it, folks. Right there. That's your key. Forget the Atkins. Forget the Weight Watchers. Forget the
forget Jenny Craig,
Ozempic, all that. You know, just listen to us. We won't set you wrong.
Should we take another caller?
Let's do it.
Hey, gents, this is Dan out in Green Bay. How you doing?
Dan in Green Bay. We're doing good, my guy. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I got an upcoming crisis. I'm definitely hoping you guys can help me out with.
Well, belly up to the bar. Tell us what's on your mind.
Well, as of last year, my wife started inviting one of her friends out to camp with us. Great gal. Just there's an issue when we're sitting around the camp, so
I like how he prefaces great gal, but
there's if they say great gal like that, pregnant pause, something's coming. She's
what's wrong with this gal?
This great gal.
Oh, it's great. It's like when you're sitting around the campfire, the smoke moves and hits you in the face. You know what you do? You take your turn. You get the smoke in your face every once in a while. You get a big plume, you give an oofta, and you just wait for it to move. But this lady, every time the smoke hits her right in the face or even near her, she just bigs up her seat and just rotates around the fire like a game of Doug Great Duck. It's just, and I don't know why it bothered me, but it's like she's just rotating around the campfire all night, moving her lawn chair. And I know, camping's coming up soon, and I don't know how to deal with it. I haven't said anything, of course not. That'd be, that's impolite, but I don't know how to either get over it or to bring it up to her. I need some help.
Okay, so you're wondering, how do you handle someone who's playing musical smoke chairs at the bonfire?
Yeah.
Charlie, what do you got for him?
Well, for starters, I got to ask you, is she hurting anyone? Is she tripping around the campfire? Is she taking your chair? Is she kind of moving too close to your territory when the smoke's hitting her place? What harm is this? Is this a victimless crime? I think we got to ask that.
Well, there was only one victim, and it was Mavir.
She hit a
knocked
beer.
It over while she was rotating around.
Okay, and, that will not do. That will not do. That crosses the line, Charlie. This is after hearing that. I was wondering if this was really an issue. Now I know.
Yeah,
this is a problem.
It is.
This is a problem. We need a solution, Charlie. What do you got?
Well, I'll tell you this much. She just needs to learn that you can't fight the winds. You can't fight the winds. You can't fight the smoke. You've got to just embrace it. I think that the occasional smoke in the lungs is not going to hurt you from a campfire, okay? And she's just got to understand that it's actually good luck to get hit in the face with
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Yeah. Explain how that's good luck.
Well, I just said it's good luck. I mean, how is anything good luck that's good luck?
True.
It's just enough people say it and it becomes good luck. So you just got to tell her that campfire smoke's good luck, and also bring up the beer. Every time she tries moving, just say, "Hey, we tried this once before and we had terrible results."
Yeah, hey, be very passive aggressive. I got some other solutions, but step one, And if this doesn't work, I got more. But be really passive aggressive. If the smoke hits her, she starts getting up. Just announce to everyone, oh, she's getting up and moving. Everyone grab your beer so she doesn't spill it over.
There you go. And you say that.
I mean, is there any other way to be aggressive? I mean, you can't do anything. Passive aggressive is the only way to go.
Yeah, I think you can also, when you sit down, just start handing out sippy cups for everyone to put their drink in. And when someone goes, why do you got these? Like, well, fucking Cheryl keeps moving around, knocking everyone's beer over.
Miles, that's actually a really good idea. I feel like that could be an invention if it hasn't been invented already. Beer nips.
Yeah.
You know, like put like the bottle top, the old nipple on the bottle, you know, and so, hey, you want me to put a nipple on that? Already got one.
Yeah, I do. Cause Cheryl's going to be moving around.
Yeah. So I think really Cheryl is going to do what she's going to do. And I think you just got to bring a beer nipple with you the next time. I think this one's on you, my guy.
I have all sorts of ideas running through my brain right now for this, Charlie.
Oh, give me one of them.
You could just play musical chairs.
That could be fun. Although I'm saying beer plus fire plus musical chairs. We could find ourselves in another lawsuit needing Nicolay.
But what's the fun if there's no danger, you know?
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
That's
true. So you could
too.
play musical chairs. Then it's like, hey, music stop. And just every single time she's at the chair where the smoke is, just stop the music. And then it's like, well, we can't do anything about it. That's just musical chairs, baby.
That's kind of fun. Yeah. I like that.
I think you could also go the gas mask route. Just pass them out when you sit down at the campfire. Also, if you are, it depends on what kind of fun you're having. You know, I wouldn't know this, but my buddies from college know it's a good way to consume the devil's lettuce.
Oh yeah,
you ever seen that? Wasn't there an NFL player that was doing that around the draft time? Larry, you could do the Tunzel situation.
What did he say?
Well, right on draft day, a video came out of him smoking weed out of a gas mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
So you could go that route. Yeah. What do you think, Charlie? Anything comes to your mind?
No, I mean, let me ask you, when you're building that campfire, you going teepee or log cabin?
Oh, we do log cabin. We're a log cabin family.
Okay. All right. Well, you just have never tried the teepee. It's not your thing. You find log cabin to be a more sustainable way to build a fire, more dependable way?
It's usually late. We're one of those, you know, I start a fire a little later in the day, and it's not really, I'm not too good with leaning the logs up against each other. They always fall down, and after a while, I'm like, heck with it. They're going in a box.
It's a finesse game. Okay, finesse game, and after a couple beers, you don't have the finesse you need. So, all right. Well, that's good. I
think there might be another layer to this.
What's that?
I'm wondering if there's another reason. What else does she do that irritates you? Because usually something minor like this, Charlie, is the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's usually a lot of other stuff someone does, right?
Miles, you're saying that the smoke from the bonfire, the moving to avoid the smoke, is a proxy war for a larger issue with your wife bringing her friend on the camping trip.
So what else do you get annoyed that she does? Because I know it's not just the campfire thing.
Well, we do a lot of camping out in the woods. You know, we carry in, carry out. She likes different kinds of drinks that take different multiple bottles and cans, and of course they're not going to carry it. But that's one of the things. She definitely likes taking pictures. The fact that there's absolutely no Wi-Fi anywhere seems to shock her every time we go out. But you know, it's everybody gets to invite somebody. You know, it's not can't blackball somebody from the campsite.
Keep letting it out. What else?
What else?
Well,
that sigh says it all.
Yeah, he's like, where to begin?
Yep.
Where to begin?
You have not even truly begun to belly up to this bar, you know?
What else? There's got to be one thing that irks you way more than the rest.
It has to be the Instagramming. She loves taking the pictures, loves traveling back into town to get something from the gas station, but really just to find a signal to post a pic. And we're doing that 2 or 3 times a day when, you know, I'd rather be doing something else, anything else at the campsite.
Well, why do you have to hike in? You have to hike back out to the car to take her to the gas station?
Yeah. And I say hike, it's like 200 yards. It's not, you know, 3 hours of walking back and forth. I might be overexerting. But,
so my question
is, when my wife and I pay for the campsite, it's, you know.
Oh, you guys are paying for it too?
Yeah, we like roving around. You know, we went up to Antigo last year. We go down to Marshfield, about 2-3 hours south of Marshfield. And
hang on, something's not making sense here. Is she the only one that? Do you bring friends too?
Well, that's what I was going to get to.
I bring friends, yes.
Who has got the gun to your head bringing this lady along?
The wife.
The wife.
Okay.
Anybody else, we'd have a conversation about it, but.
And what is she so special to your wife?
Heck if I know.
So it's just a friend?
I have no idea. I don't know why she's special. I have nothing in common with this person, but
I got the solution. The bonfire stuff was cute that we did, right, Charlie?
I thought
but it's not the root of the problem. Okay. So I got a solution. You know, if you got to do a root canal, you just rip the whole fucking thing out. And so here's what the plan is. You need to drive a wedge between this gal and your wife so that you don't even have to invite her anymore. And you got to find what that wedge may be. It may be that she's wearing the same outfit as your wife. It may be that maybe you stage a situation where it appears that this gal is flirting with you and it makes your wife jealous. You got to find the wedge between your wife and this gal.
All right. Well, I guess we could call that Operation Smokescreen is in effect.
All right.
We'll have to do some digging, but I'll find something then.
I think it's already there. I mean, the fact that she makes you guys all go back into town to post on Instagram, that is uncalled for on a camping trip.
It's like the complete opposite of what a camping trip's supposed to be.
Yeah. Can't she just take your car by herself and you don't have to go with her?
No, I'm not letting her drive. No.
Oh, you're not letting her drive. I see.
Why don't you just get Starlink, the satellite internet?
No, then she's going to be on her like Instagram Live when you're out in the woods. That's the worst thing you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think though today, Charlie, we identified what the real problem is and how to go about it.
Yep.
And
sometimes when people call in the Belly Up podcast, what they're really calling in for is a proxy war for a much bigger issue. And I'm glad we dialed it down and got to the root.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys did too. I think this was a bigger thing than I thought it was. And I'm glad we're going to get to it before something bad happens.
Yep. That's true. Well, we're happy to help. Tell your wife I says hi. Tell your wife's friend we says just stay at home and play on your phone.
Will do. Take care, y'all.
You should suggest trying to put on the YouTube video of the cackling fire on the TV at home.
That's something we could try.
Okay.
That's something we could try.
All right. All right. Well, have a good one, man.
You too. Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.
I'm
gonna start hanging up like that. That somebody call you. Bye.
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 Bye. Very nice.
He's a nice guy. Clearly, I mean, it was obvious there was other reasons going on.
I tell you what, Miles. I tell you what.
What would you do if you brought a gal like that along?
Really stretches my slinky, the whole freaking Instagram thing when you're just why? You have all the rest of your life to waste it on some stupid app, you know? Don't bring it out camping. Connect with a bird, you know? Seriously. That drives me nuts.
Yeah, I know. Take another caller, Charlie.
All right.
June is one day away, Charlie.
Is it really?
Can you believe that? It's already June Day.
No. Oh, wait.
And I celebrate June Day every year.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought there was 31 days in
there's 31 days in May.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, 2 days from now, is June Day.
Now is June Day.
And you know how I like to celebrate June Day?
How's that, Miles?
I like to celebrate it with an ice cold glass of Tippy Cow.
Well, I'll be gosh darn, because that's the exact same way I like to spend June Day, Miles. Do you want to spend it together?
Yeah.
I'll bring the Tippy Cow. You bring the ice.
And the June.
Well, that's coming either way.
Yeah. Time never stops, I suppose.
Well, or does it?
Time's
when you have
all
a
relative.
Tippy Cow.
Yeah.
Time just stopped there.
Cheers, Charlie, to June Day.
Cheers.
And to the folks listening.
Cheers to June
Happy
Day.
June Day.
Happy June.
All right, guys. We have our favorite injury lawyer on the line, Russell Nicolay. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Super duper.
Say, Charlie and I were maybe having one too many drinks last night, and him and I started talking about all of the weird laws that are around.
Yeah, we had a great conversation.
There's one in North Dakota that it's illegal to dance without a hat on. If you can believe that, Charlie.
Well, Miles, that's why you're always wearing a hat when you're cutting a rug, my guy.
I know. So we were kind of wondering, Russell, in your mind, what are some of the weirdest laws you've come across?
Well, so the one that you're talking about, North Dakota, I haven't been able to verify that. So I've been looking through. It's called the North Dakota Century Code, so it might be in there. I just may not have found it. But I was going to tell you what you might be interested in, Miles. Is there's like sections in that code related to pull tabs, and from what I can tell, in about 1981, they started kind of regulating or maybe even allowing pull tabs. But I thought that part might be pretty interesting based on your pull tab investing.
Yep.
And it talks about one of the things important is the maximum prize of $500. And if considered a top tier prize, if the top tier prize are not claimed, it's illegal to close out that pull tab. So basically, they got to keep the game going until those top tier prizes get actually pulled and turned in. So that means, just keep investing until you get the big ones, I think.
Okay. Good to know. You're not always out of the game just because someone pulled it. They might have a few too many drinks, forget about the winning card in their pocket, and walk right out of the bar, and you're back in it.
But does that... Do they have a certain number of big boy tickets, big winners that they have to have, like, as a percentage? Is there any legal stipulations on that? Like, if sometimes this has happened, okay, where I've known some people have walked out of a bar, buying a bunch of pull tabs. They put a couple in their pocket, unpulled pull tabs, and then where do the unpulled pull tabs go? They go into the wash. And sometimes they get into the garbage. So sometimes you could just never know where this ticket is, Are there any rules on that situation?
From what I could see, and there may be like some further like actual gaming rules, but in the North Dakota Code, it didn't say anything about that. Basically, it says unless all top tier winning pull tabs have been redeemed, that the game may not close.
Wow.
So once it's been placed in play, it's got to stay open. That's basically it. And then it says the maximum price per pull tab should be no more than $2. So I don't know what you guys have been spending on that, Miles.
Oh, yeah, $2. Minnesota, I think, is a little higher. I think they got $5 ones. I actually won $1,000 one time, not to brag, in Minnesota. So, I mean, but this is what you're looking for in your lawyer, Charlie.
This is, and you know what?
You got to have a guy who's willing to do the deep dives on the pull tab laws in states.
You know what, Miles? Here's the other situation is while I was listening to him bring this up to you about, your state, about North Dakota, I was like, that sucks. Why did he talk about North Dakota? And then I Google weird laws in Wisconsin. Guess what I came across? I came across NicolayLaw.com, weird laws that exist in Wisconsin. Russell already made a friggin' website for these, man. I mean, go ahead, Russell. This is some, I don't know if this is you doing it or you got someone on staff going through all these weird laws, but this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we've had some people on staff go through, and then I've had, we have to update them because, believe it or not, our local legislature and folks in, depending if it's like municipal code, they actually go through these once in a while and decide like there's enough shenanigans. So I think like, for example, in Minnesota in 2014, they went through and got rid of like, it was like 1,100 or some old and odd logs. So, it's kind of like a treasure hunt to find some of these old things and see if they're still in existence. Like there is one, for example, in the city of Sun Prairie in Wisconsin, where you can't ride, it used to be where you cannot ride a bike, removing both hands or practice any trick or fancy riding. And that's, as far as I know, I think that was actually the law until October of 2020. So you couldn't be riding around, your hands off the handlebars, couldn't be doing any kind of fancy tricks. It looks like you can't have two persons on a bicycle at one time, so no pegs. So yeah, that's Wisconsin for you, Charlie. That's one of the ones I found in the city of Sun Prairie.
Well, October of 2020, they're probably like, COVID, everyone's in the house. Yeah, these guys need something in their lives. Let's give them riding without hands.
Let's give them some danger.
There's also this other law in Wisconsin, strange but unfortunately true. Apple pie must be served with a slice of cheese. And also I say that's strange and fortunately true, because there's nothing better than apple pie with a slice of cheese, if you ask me.
Well, I think that's like folklore or a myth. I know, and I got to look at our website how originally those guys identified it. But
strange but unfortunately untrue. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
that's why Charlie needs a lawyer. If he was going at the law by himself, it would be a disaster.
Yeah, see, I conflated words there. I took untrue and took it as sad, but you said not accurate. All right, son of a gun.
I think you were just maybe wishful thinking, but I can tell you in Wisconsin, there's rules about serving substitutes of butter. So, like for example, there is a statute. It's 97-18-4, which says that you cannot basically butter substitutes like margarine. You can't substitute those and serve at a public eating place unless it's specifically ordered or asked for by the customer. So you just can't have that out there. You got to have the butter, the real stuff.
Interesting. Well, Russell, if anyone was wondering if you're the people's lawyer or not, I think that you are after this conversation. Wouldn't you say, Charlie?
I would say so, too. By the way, your beard is looking really nice, all right? Now, I'm not just blowing smoke up your facial hair, all right? I want to tell you, saw you in a selfie on the Instagram recently, and that billboard's not lying, Russell. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I appreciate that, Charlie. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry, I feel like that got awkward right there, Miles. Is it weird to compliment my lawyer's facial hair?
No, that's what you should be doing, Charlie.
By the way, Russell, my head's still... Yeah, I'm being Midwest nice.
Midwest nice or creepy? I say Midwest nice.
Russell, I tell you what, that beard, oh my gosh, guy, what are you using some of that good oil on it? Yeah? Okay. Well, listen, when you want to put the handlebars on that mustache, you just let me know, okay? Vroom, vroom. Sorry, now that got creepy. We had this whole bit the other day about Midwest nice or creepy.
Creepy.
And that was the creepy part of it. What I did before was Midwest nice. Russell, my head is still okay. I want to let you know.
I was going to ask you how you're doing after that garage door attacked you. So hopefully you're doing all right.
I'm doing fine, but it's good to know if I wanted to sue the shit out of someone, I could have relied on you, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm standing by if you guys need me. You know how to get a hold of me. Just give me a call.
Yeah, Charlie, we now know a guy.
We know a guy.
We know a guy.
I've wanted my whole life to know a guy, and now I know a guy.
Hell yeah.
Or maybe we could make a beard signal. I think like the bat signal, but a beard signal.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's really good. I feel like he's actually going to do that.
Yeah, I would not put it past him.
He's going to find an area of the country where he can't like get in the billboard game, and he's just going to get a big light, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you always see those like spraying lights in the distance, like a movie theater grand opening.
Yep.
I like how I'm explaining this and keep going more into detail, and you already know.
I already know exactly what you're talking about.
Russell,
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes as you're going to do this. I'm Googling it. We're making plans now. You guys just keep talking.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Well,
yeah, thanks. Yeah, Russell, it's been great. Thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it. It's always good to talk, and we'll talk soon. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for the beard compliments, Charlie.
Hey, anytime, Russell. All right, anytime. Welcome to the Bellied Up Podcast. Who we chit-chatting with today?
Oh, no shit. What's up, boys? My name is Marcus.
Morgan, is that your name?
Marcus. M-A-R-C-U-S.
Hey, Marcus.
What's going on?
What's up, man? Cool to talk to you guys.
Nice to talk to you, Marcus. Where are you calling in from?
Oh, calling from good old California.
Oh, wow.
Where at?
Oh, shit. Fucking middle of nowhere. Nah, it's called Amador County.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Right over
you guys
there.
have probably seen it there.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
probably seen it on the map, near Sacramento, not too far from Sacramento.
It's
Yeah,
right
I
here,
know it.
Miles.
Yeah.
It's right here
Yeah.
on the arm.
Well, why don't you belly up to the bar with us? Tell us what's on your mind.
I was just kind of driving around. Part of my job is I'm a home health nurse, so I drive around. I go to people's house and help them out with different things. And my girlfriend always tells me, I'm a little too blunt when it comes to trying to convince people how to or to make the decision to amputate whatever it may be. So,
How are you in a position to tell people what to amputate, Marcus?
so I'll tell you what. When I have to go to your house and look at your leg and I can see your bones and your tendon and you want me to try to help you fix it, sometimes I find it hard to not just say, it'd be a lot easier to not have this leg, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you're putting yourself out of business. If we're just amputating everything, you're not going to be able to have any house calls.
No, I tell you what, man, you amputated, I still got to come to the house because you got a nub that's got to be taken care of.
True.
Yeah, I got to make sure the stitches are good. Eventually, they'll have to come out, and I'll be able to take them out. So I still got a little bit of work, and then, I kind of keep them on for a while. But I've been told that, just telling them, you'd be a lot better off without that leg. It doesn't, it don't go over too well. Well, I'll put it like this: I'm 3-0.
Yeah.
I'm 3-0.
You're 3-0 for what?
Getting the okay to get that amputation.
Okay.
So you're batting 100 right now on amputation advice.
1,000. He's batting 1,000.
1,000. Sorry.
Pretty close. I mean, I did get one that was both legs, but I counted as one.
Okay, so a 2-for-1 deal. I hope they got a discount.
But I got to go about it being nicer, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm more of a straightforward guy when it comes to it, but my girlfriend tells me I should find a nicer way to go about it.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that in a sec. I need to first know, there's probably a lot of listeners right now sitting on the couch wondering, Lord, should I amputate this leg or arm or something? And so I'd like you, as the expert of amputations, to let us know what are the top 3 things you should be looking for an amputation.
Oh, man. Well, like, in all serious note, if you're dealing with something for a really long time, that's a pretty good candidate,
Okay,
so chronic issue.
Yeah, so if I got gout, should I just amputate my foot right off then?
No.
Okay, well, there's a lot of gray area.
More like a wound. More like a wound, I guess. If you got some kind of chronic wound, that won't heal or is constantly getting infected or something,
Well, I have that.
That's a pretty good candidate.
I have that insatiable wound and need to satisfy and live up to my parents' expectations. Does that qualify amputation?
That's gonna be too much to amputate there, man.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if we can pull that one off.
Okay. All right, that's one. You got any other tips?
Seeing a bone is always a good one. Like if you got a bone sticking out, that one's probably going to qualify pretty quickly, at least in my book.
Marcus, why are you the guy on the amputation train here? This seems like a very interesting specialty. Did you go to school for this, or did you just make yourself the amputee guy in Central California?
No, I think I've more kind of fallen in line of like being that guy that people go to, like the one who's going to tell you. You know what I mean? Everybody has that one guy who's just going to like tell you. Other people are going to beat around the bush about certain things, and I've always been that guy. But they're like, well, you know what? We really should, but try sending Marcus in there. He'll probably be able to get through to him.
Marcus, you're talking about
he's the closer. You call in the bullpen. Call Marcus in.
I like that.
They didn't take any of our hints that leg should be lopped off at the knee. We got to send in Marcus, bearer of bad news.
Marcus, were you in the tree trimming business before this line of work? Because the way you're talking about is like, that one's going to have to come down too close to the power lines.
Yeah. When everything's a hammer, when everything's a hammer to Marcus, the only solution, or when everything's a nail to Marcus, the only solution is a hammer. All he knows is cutting stuff up.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, what else are you gonna do? Man, like amputation was, I just figured it would be a good one to bring you guys in on. But I'm that guy for everything. I'm that guy for all aspects. Any hard decision, I usually find myself being the.
What we should do, we should have Marcus on call for when we get people calling in for relationship advice. And then when you and I are hemming and hawing, we're like, all right, this is a job for the closer. And he can have a walk-up music. We'll patch him in, and then he'll tell it to him straight.
Just cut it off,
Just amputate this relationship.
It's funny, man, because, I listen to you guys all the time. Super, super stoked to be on, number one. You guys are super funny. I love what you guys got going on. But I listen to you guys all the time, and I'm constantly doing it in my fucking car. I'm like, what the fuck is up with this guy? I don't know if they're getting it or what.
Well, I think we found a closer, Charlie.
Yeah, I like that.
So, okay, let's play the game that your girlfriend says you need to be a little less direct and beat around the bush a little bit. Be a little nicer to folks. Charlie, what's a good way that someone who's too direct can be a little more Midwest nice about it?
Is this okay? So this we're giving Marcus advice.
Yes,
now. Well, I think the way you got to look at it is like you're a neutral kind of guy. You just give the pluses and the minuses. Well, on the plus side, you could have a bone sticking out of your leg for pretty much ever. It's going to be painful, so you get to learn how to manage pain for the rest of your life. You get to clean this wound every single day. Those are the pluses for keeping it. Or the pluses for chopping it off is you don't have to deal with anything anymore, including a leg. And I'm sure, they got some good prosthetics these days.
Yeah, and you could also say things like, hey, I know you've been trying to lose some weight.
Oh, yeah.
What a good way to lose weight by just literally cutting a fourth of your body off.
Yeah, that is...
Yeah,
yeah.
I can see that. That's a quick way. I like that.
That would that's a great.
I gotta practice going in circles, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess you just gotta keep chasing yourself. Giving the answer. I guess I can see that.
I now have
I don't know, man.
I now have a line for if I ever meet someone who just got an amputation. God, you should look like you lost a lot of weight.
I think. Go ahead, Marcus. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. You're good. You're good. Go.
No, Marcus, I insist. Where are you driving?
All right, well, you want me to chop it off? All right.
Are you on your way right now to another appointment?
Oh no, man! I finished up for today. I gotta go pick up the paycheck payday.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, you still got to pick up a check on payday? What century are we in?
Yeah.
I'm starting, Charlie. I'm starting to think he isn't what he says he is here.
Yeah,
it's starting to add a little weird. He's a nurse who's recommending amputations. He's driving around. He's picking up cash somewhere.
Yeah, Marcus, are you in the like limbs black market trade here?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I mean, I don't know any other nurses. I've never met another nurse that's giving amputation recommendations.
You never met somebody who's in the medical field.
No, I have
to go see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Something happened with the billing, and
we're not talking about the billing anymore. We are trying to dial down on if this is what is your actual title? What does it say on your LinkedIn, Marcus?
Oh, licensed vocational nurse.
That sounds made up.
Vocational nurse?
No, that's 100%. Licensed vocational nurse. It's your nurse under your RN. So you got your registered nurse, and then you got your licensed nurse.
All right.
How many years of school did you go to?
And dude, a year.
You went to school for a year, Marcus?
And he's suggesting amputating legs?
I got to tell you something, Marcus. You are showing us some flaws in the medical system right now.
Charlie,
right?
Apparently if we just watch...
I could show you way more, my friend.
Tell us the weirdest... Marcus.
Well, yeah, Charlie, apparently all you need is to watch a few YouTube videos and you can weigh in on amputating legs.
Yeah, you watch YouTube videos for a year and now you got a license to cut bait. Marcus...
No, I don't get to cut it.
Okay. What are the biggest problems in the medical industry as you see it, Marcus?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, what's the biggest thing? I think like the biggest joke is the fact that I have to get a referral to see a specialist. Why do I got to see my doctor, my regular doctor, who's I want to go see a cardiologist, right, for my heart. I got to go ask my regular doctor who doesn't want to work on my heart to give me the okay to go talk to a guy about my heart. That's kind of a joke. That's a billing thing. You know what I mean? They do that so your regular doctor can still bill your insurance.
You know what? Maybe, Marcus, you're not part of the problem. You're part of the solution. You're cutting out the doctor.
I tell people this all the time.
Smart.
Yeah. Why need a recommendation for an actual bone doctor when you can have Marcus tell you, just cut the sumbitch off?
You should. Listen, but don't forget, I'm 3-0, man. I mean, like every single one that I've done, they said, you know what? This is the right decision.
Wow.
You know, Marcus, if you lived in the Midwest, you would end up being an old farmer that has a dog that gets cancer and he just takes him out back. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But that's not what you're supposed to. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Well, it depends who you're talking to, but since we're talking to you, I suppose.
A responsible farmer would do it.
Fiscally responsible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Marcus, I think we learned.
I like that. That is, yeah, you got to think of something.
I think we learned a lot today from you. We really did. What are you going to do with that paycheck you're picking up? You got any big things you're going to buy? Saw?
Oh, man. This not in this world, man. It all goes to bills.
All goes to bills.
Maybe I'll buy some silver, but we'll see.
You know, I'm going to be honest. I am not shocked at all that your first instinct with a little extra cash is to buy silver.
Yeah,
it's just that is the biggest no-brainer I've heard all day.
The most dependable currency there is.
That's the poor man's gold.
Yeah, I mean that's actually pretty accurate. He is a straight shooter. I like this.
Other than that, it goes to bills, boys. Other than that, it goes to bills.
Well, Marcus,
we're
glad we got a resident vocational nurse that we can call at any time for medical advice here on the Bellied Up podcast. Thank you.
Hey, I got a lot of it, guys. I got a lot of it.
Real good. Well, listen, my guy, you drive safe picking up your check, okay? And let us know how much silver you end up buying.
You got it. I got a lot of ice in the ice chest. The limbs are all sick.
Now I feel like we are incriminating ourselves here.
I think we are going to be on a true crime podcast shortly.
Yeah, this is now a true crime podcast.
Yeah. Well, we've become journalists.
It's gonna generate the most. You got to generate the most views, boys. Come on.
I suppose.
Yeah.
You got to get it.
Well,
what do they say? Bad news is still news.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Marcus. We're gonna have to cut you off here, but we got to get going.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, I see what you did there, Miles.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, drive safe out there, my guy.
Good.
Watch for the deer.
Yup. Will do. Lots of.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
We cut him off.
We did.
Nice.
We literally cut him off.
We amputated that call. Real good.
I gotta tell you, never heard anything like that in my life.
It just makes me wonder all of the shit like that that's going on in the world we never find out about.
No.
I mean, he's keeping stats on how many people he recommends getting amputated.
Also, how do you know if it's the right decision? How do you know if that's a thing?
I mean, you got a bone sticking out of your leg.
Well, I mean, yeah, every time you break your leg, a bone's sticking out, or sometimes.
No, it's a different type of break, but you know, that's exercise science talk that you wouldn't.
Is it? I wouldn't know that. You know what? The more he talked, though, the more I am actually in favor of getting a recommendation from your doctor. You know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, that guy's just gonna be
because
like,
I was gonna say, it sounds like we should be amputating more than what we do already. After talking to that guy. It's like a medical salesperson. He's just an amputation salesperson. That's what it felt like.
Very sales vibe.
Yeah. He's like, I booked 4 legs and 3 arms this month. Gonna be eating good and buying some silver. Yeah. He's literally getting a commission off of arms and legs.
How much does that cost you? An arm and a leg.
Well, Charlie, I think that's another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast.
Yep, got it in the tank.
You know what I realized in our last couple episodes? We forgot to tell folks to tip their bartender.
Oh my gosh, we can't forget that. Yep. Folks, get on over to Stalley Cats, all right? You won't regret it.
And always tip your bartender. Love you guys.
See you guys soon.